Today, guys, we're going to discuss whether Arsenal are bottling this title. It looks to be in recent weeks they're dropping points. Maybe it doesn't look like the Arsenal team that we're fit like we thought we would see at the start of this season. I done a Mikel Arteta video at the start of the season saying he had to win this league, but in recent weeks it's a slippery slope, and they have Manchester City in April. We'll be discussing all of that in today's video. So let's get. The season has been filled with so much excitement at Arsenal, and it's the season that they think they're going to get over the line. And I thought it at the start of the season as well, because of what they've been bringing to the table in terms of performance over the last couple of seasons. Players like Saka, and especially in the summer signing Eze, Madueke, many other players as well, like Zubamendi, and they've really brung that, and Gyökeres as well. I can't believe I forgot about him. But they've done if you look at that summer, they've done very well at recruiting. So there's no excuses there. But in previous weeks and seasons, that nervousness that has been carrying with them is coming back.
I don't get nervous, but I'm starting to get a bit shaky, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit weak.
But why is that? It's because they're only 4 points behind. Ahead of Manchester City, and we all know Pep's team's 4 points is like Smarties, honestly. They have to play Arsenal in the League Cup final, and they have to play City in the League Cup final, and they have to play City at the Etihad in April the 18th. And the thing with Arsenal is, this is just the base of the story, is they go quite defensive when they go to like Anfield City. They don't go for it, and I just don't feel like that's the way to be if you want to be champions. And there's also been a couple of drawn to Brentford. Mind you, Keith Andrews has done very well at Brentford, so that's okay. But it's just the performances have dropped, and people have this excuse of that we like to spread the goals all over the team, but the reason Arsenal signed Gyökeres was so they can get goals into the team and have a more consistent rhythm in the attacking line.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble, and I don't want to be in big.
But it just feels like there's not one player standing out for Arsenal. I quite like Eze, to be fair to you though, and it's been so enjoyable to watch him. But it just feels like they need to win every game. But I don't know whether they're going to do that, because they're not blowing away teams as they were. So I think the pressure is starting to mount on the players. But Arteta, to be fair to him, has handled it well. But as I said, at the start of the season, I made a video that said Arsenal need to win a trophy this season. So if they win the League Cup, it will seem disappointing on paper, but at least they've won a trophy. They've kind of brought that status back of winning stuff, and then that can, whoever wins that League Cup it's going to motivate them more. So I think that's quite big, and it shouldn't be undershadowed. And I don't, in fairness, that might be why, it kind of moves me on to my next point. Might be why that Arsenal has dropped in the league, because they have been focusing on all the competitions, such as the League Cup. Because in the previous seasons they've been fielding dummy teams essentially in these competitions, because they've been knocked out stupidly. They've not really cared, as I said. So that might have, but this season, because they're fielding the same team pretty much every week, it is starting to get to the players in a physical kind of sense. We've also got many factors such as City are back, mean, City weren't messing about in January, saw the opportunity, they signed Semenyo, and I mean, they signed Mark Gahey as well. So, Arsenal didn't make a signing in January, and I don't think they did. They had to, but do you think that the signing of Gyökeres and him not doing as well has went under the radar, or it's a weird situation at Arsenal, because I still think they'll win this league, in my opinion. Coming to the conclusion of this video, but I think they will win the league. But Manchester City are going to put up a good fight, and they have the experience, they have the drive, the willpower to continue to win league titles. Arteta's not won a league title yet, and until he does, this kind of stigmatism will continue on. I mean, you can't be starting to make the same excuses every season. It's going to have to end at some point. So if they do end up losing the League Cup final and do lose the Premier League title, that is the end for Arteta. I think even Arsenal fans will be like, well, they've went for it for 3 seasons in a row, they've lost it, and then they'll have to restart again completely. So this is like a last ditch kind of thing, but then I don't think Arteta's a quitter, essentially. So there's so many factors to kind of weigh up. I know this video was a bit shorter than it was intended to be, but I hope you really get a perspective on what I'm trying to say here in regards to Arteta and Arsenal possibly shitting the brick and bottling this league. Put your thoughts down below, because it's a topic to be discussed, because Arsenal have been up and down the last, been up pretty much all the way up in the last couple of seasons. But do you think Arsenal fans and football fans in general, do you think they will win this title, or do you think Man City will grab it off them for like a 7th title in 10 years? So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to subscribe and have a good day.